Welcome everyone, today we have a special Genshin Pack guide video, and this is about the new banners for 3.0 and also 3.1, the banner rates. So in this video, we'll have a look at changes to the standard banner and also limited banner when 3.1 happens. And there's a lot of things to look at. So we'll be looking at firstly how the current banner works, and also we'll be going through the cheat sheet of the rates of different banners. And then the bigger focus will be on patch 3.1 when Tighnari is added to the standard banner as one of the 6 standard banner character. We'll have a look at how many wishes it will take to get a chance of him, and also what are my recommendations of getting more acquaintance fate. Finally, we'll look into additional consideration of will there be a rerun for Tighnari, and also how will Tighnari appear on the limited banner in the future. So there's actually 8.33% chance of getting him in any of the limited banners if my prediction is correct. So this is quite interesting, because after patch 3.1, not only can you see him on the standard banner, he should also appear on the limited banner. So we'll talk about this in the video as well. Now I'm sure you guys might have heard about the live stream. in live stream for 3.0, there was a reveal of the new limited character Tighnari to be appear on patch 3.1 as a standard banner character. So what that means is he will first appear at 3.0 as a limited character. At 3.1, he will come over to the standard banner, and this would greatly change the rates of both banners. So what I want to do is, firstly, let's have a look at some of the current banner rates and the things we understand, in case you guys did forget. So I have a lot of previous videos about it, but instead of referring you guys to the previous videos and going back to the previous notes I have, notice those are the rates notes I used to have. So instead of doing those, what I do is I did a quick summary for you guys. So let's briefly go through this, then we talk about the changes to the banner rates. Now currently, for most of the banners, we know there's a slightly higher chance between 1 to 20 wishes for any of the banners. It's a very slight rate. It's greater than the rate of a 5-star between 21 to 75 wishes. And after 75 wishes, we get into a greater chance of a 5-star. And this is what we usually call the soft pity. And lastly, most of the players will get a 5-star before 90 wishes, and this is between 80 to 89 wishes. We know this is quite straightforward. We'll talk about this briefly very soon, so this is more focused on the standard banner between the weapons and also characters. So let's jump over to the cheat sheet. I think this will be quite helpful. So if you guys are looking for a limited character, those are the chances of getting any 5-star, limited 5-star, any of the event 4-star, or any of the particular event 4-star in the limited banner. I know it's a bit to talk through, but I'm sure you guys might have seen this. We did the calculation in the previous videos, so I probably won't go back to this too much, but just so you guys can see the rates over here. I'll also have the documents ready for you guys if you want to have a look. Now the greater focus is previously, it is expected after calculation 125 wishes to get any of the 5-star character of the 5 starter characters that is available on the standard banner. So coming over here, any of the 5-star characters over here is Kachin up to Jin. So Kachin, Chi-Chi, Mona, and also the Luke. Those are the 5-star standard characters on the standard banner, and those were the previous rates. And if you guys are interested on the rates of a 5-star character on the limited banner, those are the rates. So between 1 to 75, it's about 36%. Between 76 to 89, it's about 63%. And it's very rare to get your final 5-star on the final 90th wish. So those are the cheat sheet we used to have, and I decided to pull them over from the previous notes and also previous videos to give you guys a better summary. Now finally, for the standard banner, you might notice that there is a lot of weapons compared to characters, but don't be too worried. Usually the chance of weapons and also characters are pretty much 50-50. So you're equally likely to get a character compared to a weapon, even though there's a lot more weapons. We have done a video about this before, but we probably won't refer back to that. So just give you guys some summaries, then we jump into the next part. So in one of our previous videos, it is noticed by the Reddit community and also the Chinese community after calculation, it seems like the banner history seems to be approaching 50-50 for 5-star character and also weapons on the standard banner, even though there's a lot more weapons. And people have noticed that there is an increasingly chance of getting something else after getting one particular type. So what that means is, if you have gotten the weapon this time on the standard banner, it is even more likely to get a character next time you get a 5-star. And for those of players who got 2 of the same type, let's say if you got 2 weapons on the standard banner in one in a go. The next time you're getting a 5-star, it is 66% more likely for a 5-star character over the weapon. So this somewhat helps us to predict what you may be getting on the standard banner, which will come handy to predict getting the character Tighnari on the standard banner at patch 3.0 or 3.1. So 3.0 he'll be on the limited banner. 3.1 he will be on both of the banners. Now that we went through a brief summary of the notes that we previously know and updated for some rates and also information, so in case you guys are not sure, do come over to these notes to have a look at what I said just now, and those are the cheat sheets and also rates we know previously. At 3.1, first thing will happen is the standard banner will change. Previously, it is 125 wishes expected to get any of the 5 stars. Now there will be 6 5-stars. So this is 1 in 6 chance of Tighnari. And if we look at the expected average wishes for Tighnari, it is about 700 wishes. Now I know this is actually quite high number, so this is only if you're ultra unlucky. Now on average, you might be looking at 300 to 400 wishes of getting him on the standard banner. Now the rates looks bizarre, right? I know when I first calculated this, I was like, there's no way we get him on the standard banner. So here are some of my recommendations. And after the recommendations, we'll also have a look at the chances of Tighnari going on the limited banner in the future. Because this is not confirmed, I didn't write this as a confirmed calculation, but there is a really good chance of getting him on the limited banner in the future as well. 8.33% actually. So coming over to my recommendations. Now we know the standard Acquainted Fate will be used to summon on the standard banner. So because we know Tighnari will be on the standard banner at 3.1. So let's have a look at some of the ways of getting this, getting this standard acquainted wish. So we'll be saving all of the acquainted wishes we have on patch 3.1. That's pretty straightforward, right? So as many of the standard acquainted fate notices I have, like 67, I'll be saving all of them until 3.1 to summon that, because I get the chance of a new danger character. So this is pretty straightforward. And of course, you should be buying those in the Paimon shop, in any of the events, you should be saving those. Make sure you come to the Paimon shop and buying those over here. I don't recommend buying those over here. We'll talk about it because Intertwined Fate is still more valuable. Then the next thing I recommend is actually unlocking existing characters to Ascension level 20, 50, and also 70 if you guys haven't done so. So what I mean by that is coming over to the characters. Notice unlocking characters will give you a reward for the Acquainted Fate. So at 20, 50, and also 70. Most of your veteran players would have done that, but in case you have characters that are not leveled up, like my Kokomi over here, so make sure you do level characters like this to 20, then 50, and also to 70 to get those Acquainted Fate. And we can start to do this now, before patch 3.0 and also before patch 3.1, to prepare for more Acquainted Fate for the summoning of Tighnari. Now once patch 3.1 comes out, make sure you have a look at the standard banner history, and I did notice this only lasts for 6 months. So if we come over to the standard banner and come over to histories, you can have a look at the banner history, but I don't get to see mine because I haven't summoned on it on the previous 6 months. So for this banner history, if you have gotten a weapon before, your chance of getting a character is greatly increased. So this should help you predict the next type of 5-star you will be getting. So this is somewhat of like a prediction. It is not a guarantee, but there is a higher chance of you getting a different type of 5-star on the standard banner compared to your previous one. Now finally, if you are planning to purchase Acquainted Fate because you're very close to a 5-star, let's say if you have already wished for over 75 wishes, it may be okay because you just need less than 10 wishes to get your next 5-star. And the chances of getting one 5-star on the banner, especially your last item was a weapon. So if your banner history lasts 5-star on the standard banner was a weapon, your chance of a character is greatly increased. So 1 in 6 chance of you getting Tighnari over here. That is the only time I would think it's okay to buy Acquainted Fate over Intertwined Fate, because Intertwined Fate is still more worth it in getting him in 3.0 and also in 3.1. We'll talk about that very soon. Now finally, coming over to the assumption that if you want Tighnari, it is still better to get him on 3.0 of course, because he'll be on the limited banner. And what is likely is he will be actually quite rare after that, but he will appear on both the standard banner and also limited banner. So if we come over to the additional consideration, there's 2 things I was thinking when making this video. Because we want to get Tighnari, and the first question is, will there be a rerun for him? Now, during the history of the game, one of the particular instances of a rerun of a standard banner character was actually Kachin. So if you guys remember, Kachin had her own standard banner back then. I forgot which banner was, maybe 1.4. I think it was with the Shao Festival, was it? So back then, Kachin had her own rerun, and she was a standard banner character. So this will really depend on the sale of patch 3.0 banner. If Tighnari sells really well, we might see him as a rerun in the future. But this likely will take at least 3 months before he appears on a rerun. Now the bigger question is, will Tighnari appear as a standard character on a limited banner? So this may be a little tricky question, right? Now coming over to this is a limited banner for Yoimiya currently. So if we come over to the details, what you're going to see is greatly increased chance of Yoimiya by 50%. And after that, you're going to see 6 5-star characters that are available when you get a 5-star. So Yoimiya herself will take 50%. Everybody else will take 10%. So Kachin, Mona, Chi-Chi, the Luke, and also Jin. What's going to happen is, those are the 5-star characters that are standard characters. So if at 3.1, when Tighnari is added onto this banner, we will see one more character over here as Tighnari. And this will actually change the rate of getting him on a limited banner to 8.33%. So each time we're getting a 5-star, there's a chance of getting him. And this means that, if you're planning to summon for limited characters, it is also good to start summoning them after patch 3.1, because this gives you a chance of Tighnari over the other characters like, Chi-Chi or maybe Jin or maybe the Luke, if you don't want those characters. Now, of course, on the limited banner, there is also a guarantee limited. So what that means is, if the first time you got a standard banner character, let's say over here, if you got Kachin, the next time you guarantee the limited banner character. So that is to be aware as well. But overall, we can expect about 8% of getting gold character, and there will be Tighnari on the limited banner after 3.1. Now I know this is quite a bit to go through, so let me give you guys a quick summary before we finish the video. So first of all, we know that there will be a new Danger 5-star that will be added to the standard banner at 3.1. This means he will also be added to the limited banner, which is quite interesting. So first of all, we talk about some of the current rates and also probabilities we know. Then we talk about the chances of getting Tighnari on the standard banner, and also how many wishes you will take to get him. We also talk about different methods, also strategies to save your standard acquaintance fate, so you can summon for him after 3.1. Finally, we talk about the chances of getting him on the limited banner after 3.1, after his own limited banner. And the chance of getting him on a summon of a golden 5-star on the limited banner is actually 8.33 if he does get added to the banner. I can't confirm that he will be added to the banner, but there is a pretty high chance, because you can see the other characters over here. Now, as my final recommendation of what you should do if you want Tighnari is to summon for him at 3.0. And if you do not get him, start summoning for the standard banner at 3.1. And during this time, if you see a limited banner that you wanted that could also contain Tighnari, then summon for the limited banner after 3.1 for 8.33% chance of getting him after 3.1. So pretty much, you want to summon more of the standard banner after 3.1. And after 3.1, you can summon on the limited banner for him, and there will be a chance for him as well. Now, hopefully you guys found this video helpful. I started to make new notes compared to the previous notes over here. So I actually learned the change to making Word document notes during Lost Ark. So I was making videos for Lost Ark. So I changed into my different set of notes, and those notes will be available. And I did try to make the video a little shorter and more concise. So if you miss anything, do come back to the notes or come back to the video. And hopefully you guys like the new style of those notes and also the new ways of guides. I'll be making more guides similar to previously, and hopefully this will be helpful for 3.0 and also 3.1, the patches to come. Now, if you found this video helpful, make sure you subscribe and also turn the little bell on for the latest news. I'll be looking towards to make more builds, guides, tips, and news and event updates for us as we come further into the game. And as always, I wish you guys the best of luck with Genshin and have the most fun in exploring this wonderful world.